This sunroom has not been used this winter or cleaned, and it is a mess, a mess. I have the floors, of course, to clean. I have my outdoor cushions, which I usually keep right there, and I'm going to put them back in because until the pollen's gone, I don't want to put them back outside. Got to put the sofa cover on so the dogs can get on there because they can't get on there unless the cover's on. And pillows, baskets, dust, a lamp that I moved out of the kitchen and just stuck in here because I didn't know where to put it. A bag of old mail that we burn, and we're just waiting for the right time to burn it. And the worst part, besides all the dusting, is over here. We have a little dog bowl. Outdoor shoes. Outdoor shoes that I've been wearing to work out in the yard the last few days. It's just a mess. All this has to get cleaned up, and then I'm going to dust, vacuum, make sure everything's in place, because it's about time for us to use it. There is an air conditioner, a window air conditioner behind that. And these are some of the things that came with all my jungle theme things that I got from VBS. If you remember, I have everything in here, and I'm still loving it. Still loving having it in here. So I'm not ready to change that. I don't know if I'll ever be ready, excuse me. So, but these are part of that set, and I decided I did that probably before Christmas. I put all of those in the windows. I had just enough to do those windows, and this was an extra that doesn't have everything on it, but it's close, and I just decided to stand it there. I just couldn't get rid of any of them because there was so much work put into all of this. A couple of my leaves have fallen from in front of the little monkey that's peeking out. I'll get those put back on. But right now we're going to dust everything, put everything away, then I'll vacuum, put the cover back on. I had to block Mila into the other part of the house because she would be right here with me and she'd want to be on the sofa, and I'm not ready for that because I want to vacuum the sofa. Anyway, this is what we're going to do right now. So if you're ready, let's get this room done. The room is done. I'm tired, but it looks so much better, and I'm so ready just to come in here and sit and relax. We got this clean, all nice and clean and organized. Everything that I wanted to do in here is done, except for shampoo carpets. That will come later, not right now. Everything's dusted, put away. A few things that had fallen, like some of my flowers and birds and butterflies off the vines and off the walls there in the bookcases, had fallen, but I got that all put together and everything looks pretty. I love the jungle theme. Never thought I would love it this much. I don't know when or if I will ever change it. I have a jungle theme screensaver on. It's got animal noises going on, but I wasn't sure if I could play that on this video, so I had to turn the sound down just to make sure. The monkey is now peeking out behind the leaves. He was showing too much before. I've got butterflies up now. Everything looks so clean and neat now. Mila will be so happy when she walks down here. She can sit on this now. Everything is clean and organized. I sit down here a lot in the summer. So does my husband. But it will be ready for us now. The weather's getting better. There's the door we let the dogs out. So it's easier than being upstairs, having to bring them down. And I'm downstairs a lot, either in the kitchen or in the laundry room or outside. So this is going to be really good. This is what we do every summer. We come out here. We don't come much in the winter because it's not heated or cooled. It's cooled by a window air conditioner. It's heated by a little space heater, but it takes so long for it to warm up and it costs so much to run that little heater that we just decided we just sit inside. Eventually I would like to get a mini split for out here, but for right now I'm so thankful for this room. I'm thankful for the comfort that it gives us, and I could go through all these things in here and tell you a story about almost each one. Like this sofa. It is a sleeper sofa, and it is at the moment our guest room, because our guest rooms, one is now a sewing room and one is my husband's office. So this is our guest room. And we did have a guest for a couple of weeks in the winter time, and it stayed warm with the little heater, wasn't an issue. And this made I don't know how comfortable it was, but you know, she stayed on it for a couple of weeks, and it was nice. She had her own little room. And so anyway, we're going to call it quits. I had some other plans, but since I did so much out here, I just decided this is going to be enough for today, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you stayed to the end. And okay, there goes that screensaver. I don't know what happened there. We won't worry about that though. All right. It has not been 6:15 the whole time I've been out here. This clock is an old clock that was in my husband's photo lab way back. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how long. I don't know how long. I'll have to ask him. And it does work. We just got to plug it back in. We unplugged it so that we could set a timer, plug it back in at the time with the time change, excuse me. But we didn't ever get that done, so it's just stayed unplugged. But I'll get him to get the ladder out here. I can't do it. I'll get the ladder, or he will, and he'll get it plugged in, and then we can use it. Very special. But this sofa, I don't know if I said it, was given to me. It was given to me by a neighbor down the street. It looks almost new, except that he had it in his garage, and a little bit of paint splattered on the arm, and there was a whole lot on this arm down here, and I got it off, but for some reason I don't know why I haven't gotten all that off. But that's okay. It's okay. It's very clean, neat, it's comfortable, and very durable, very sturdy. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the end results, and now I'm going to I'm waiting on my grandson to get here. He's coming by for a few minutes to show me something. And, oh, there's the screensaver back. That must have been an ad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you come back. I'm going to have between 2 and 3 videos next week. It's going to be hard on me because I've got a lot of things to do at church, not just at church, and for people in my church. So it's going to be a busy, busy week. But my plan is to have all 3 of them up and running. There'll be one, I know there'll be one on Thursday, and my regular one on Friday, and possibly the 3rd one will be Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure. It's just things I've got planned, and I'm ready to do them. I feel so good today. I feel so good this week. I'm ready to get things back the way they should be. Okay, again, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the comments. And if you're new, you're welcome here, and I just appreciate you being here and sharing some of your time with me. And my regulars are so faithful, and I love them all so much, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, I'm going to let you go, but just remember, Jesus loves you most. Bye-bye.
That grace appear the hour I first